Hello everybody, happy Sunday. It is a very, very nice day today, especially for October. It's like 70 degrees outside, blue skies, it's really nice. I went for a pretty long walk, got some coffee, ran a little bit of errands, and just right. Well, here we are in the Mushroom Island area. Man, I have such mixed feelings about this world right now. I shared a little bit of it on the last episode, that we've just spent so much time here, and I'm really invested in the new series, the Empire series, and the things that are happening there. And this world, I just feel like we're wrapping up things, and we're just putting a bow on things. And so a lot of it feels like I'm dragging my feet. I feel a little bit impatient about this world. So that's that. I've made a promise to myself that we're going to build some amusement park rides. We're going to do some builds in the end. And then, like I said, we'll park this world. Good morning, Auntie Nick. Glad to have ya. Did something a little different this time. Usually I make a reminder for myself to post a stream announcement that there's going to be a stream. And this time I didn't. This time I just hopped on, and I was curious, with like a 15-minute warning, would anybody hear about it? Would people pop in? So we're doing a little bit of an experiment today to see if anybody figures out that I'm streaming. I feel like sometimes with the stream announcements, either like last week, I end up with an allergy situation, lose my voice, and I cancel it, and then everybody's bummed, or people hear about it and then they forget, or it gets lost in their inbox. So we're gonna try this out today. There's the castle that we were working on. I've done a little bit of work. I'll give you a quick preview here. Wow, look at all these mushrooms. Do they just keep growing? This can't be how Island was. I wasn't paying attention, and it's kind of absurd how many mushrooms there are. Anyway, I went ahead and kind of finished this stack of bricks here, just the lower wall. And I think we're gonna have a tunnel kind of situation so that the paths will kind of pass through the castle. It's really unfinished right now. And you can see the castle's not done. I just got this wall installed. There are some still pretty precarious spots here that we'll need to deal with. The back is not quite as ornate as the front. It's not bad, but it doesn't have those buttresses or whatever you want to call them that kind of stick out on the front. And this, I'm just going to kind of finish. I'm just out of materials over here on the island, so I'll have to grab more. And then we'll probably do a little bit of a path. And let's run back here to the little map. Where is it? There's our portal. The portal's in such a weird spot. I wish it was more centered, but it is what it is. There's lots of these little ravines and kind of treacherous situations here. Okay, here we are, castle, right in the middle, smack dab of the island. We are way down here, so I was considering making like a little train station, kind of taking some inspiration from like Disneyland, so we could just like get on the train and it'll take us up here. We'll see, we'll see. I put these little X's in diorite, and they really don't pop out as X's because of the scale of the map. One is right there, one is right there, one is right there actually. So yeah, we got kind of a south, west, north, and then we've got this nice lagoon where we might do something here as well. I think those are going to be kind of the central areas of each of the little themed builds that we do. And I don't know how many builds we'll do in each spot. Probably just a couple, and then we'll have a path that kind of goes out there. And that will be an amusement park. Got a few ideas, I think, for what will end up here as far as the primary main build. One of the suggestions I got from a viewer was like a log flume, you know, and Disney kind of has that with like the Splash Mountain kind of thing. I was doing a tiny bit of experimenting with putting boats in minecarts, and it kind of works. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, that's that. Today, though, as we do on the other streams, I think I want to spend some time over in the end. We're getting real close on that big old build. We have been just kind of placing blocks week after week after week, building all those tunnels. And there are a couple of tunnels that are left to do. But I think today I might want to actually focus on a few of the elevators, the platforms that we're working our way up to. These big long hallways are so long, I just spend time running through them, and I occasionally forget to just like pause for a moment and appreciate like the views, because this world is pretty good looking. Cool spot. All right, run. You know, we've got this other series that we started, the Empire Let's Play series, and I've been thinking about, a little bit of a spoiler, but thinking about the Nether. You know, we have this iron farm, and I really want to install a little machine to bundle up the iron for us and take it from ingots and turn it into blocks. But until we go to the end, we don't have quartz. Can't get quartz unless we go to the end, or not the end, the Nether. And yeah, I'm getting a little impatient with that, where I'm kind of wanting to go to the Nether in our new series. But I don't want to do just the same thing that we've done here with these really cool Nether tunnels. And I do have a different idea for what to do in the Nether in this other series. It's much more dangerous, but I think it'll be very cool. Okay, here we are. Clear all this out yet. Purple highway, purple, why do I say highway? Purple tunnel. Have an elevator here and here. These tunnels still need to be installed. Central area still needs to be worked out. There will be 2 elevators way down there. There will be 2 elevators way down there. Yellow tunnel. Got a crisscross intersection here. We need to build this tunnel. We need to finish or wrap up this tunnel. And then again, we'll have 2 elevators down here. And that'll be that. How am I doing on smooth stone? Let's see if we can find out. Not great. Mining? Okay, it might be enough to get us started. Pick up that. Ton of mushrooms on me. I need them, but I'm gonna put them in there. Okay. Do what to do. Part of me wants to, since we spawn in down there, start down there. But if we did this elevator and that elevator, these tunnels would be done. I think that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Allergies. It is autumn here in my part of the world now, and spring and autumn are when my allergies just devastate me, where I like call out from work because I just lose my voice, can't breathe, means I can't sleep, and I just have a bad time. And I've been like this most of my life, you know, kind of wrestling with that. And I do take a bunch of things, antihistamines and some inhalers and things like that, so that I can kind of breathe a little better. But it has never really kind of taken care of it. And so I talked to my doctor last year, and they gave me a referral to an allergist. Need them? Yeah, I do need them. And I finally got into the allergist after 2 months. The American healthcare system is not great. And once I got in, I then got tested, which is quite the procedure. Stab you with a bunch of little needles, not like an injection, but like almost like a thumbtack. Just duck, 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 duck. 75 times they stab you. Not the worst thing, you know, it's not as bad as getting like a shot, but it is more annoying than anything else. After getting poked 70 or 25 times, you're like, oh my god, I'm only a third of the way through this. It's really like a lot. I'll look up without looking at any Enderman. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough smooth stone, am I? I'm gonna need more. Let's see how it goes. So after they poke you a bunch of times, you sit there for a while and you get real itchy. There's some of the pokes that, you know, just feel like you got poked and no big deal. Some of them get real itchy, where you really want to scratch them. And then after a while, they measure them. Like, how much did you react? They measure the width of the swelling. It's kind of interesting. And somebody kind of sits there with a little tool, and the other person sits there with a clipboard and kind of writes all these numbers down, and they figure out how allergic you are to stuff. And I'm pretty allergic to trees and grass and mold and animals. Cats and dogs, that kind of thing. In varying degrees, of course. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and it's green here. There's just trees everywhere, and just south of us is like the grass seed capital of the world. Like, whenever you buy grass seed, a lot of it is grown in Oregon. So, you know, and then when autumn comes and everything starts to rot and mold and all that, there's that. So I've struggled with it my whole life. And finally what they're gonna do is allergy shots. And so it costs a bit of money that I didn't really want to spend, but get some relief, I think it's worth it. And they put together this formula or concoction for you. And finally, this last Tuesday, I went in for my first round of shots. 3 injections they gave you, and you have to sit there for a while to make sure you know, you're not going to react poorly to this, because you're just shooting yourself up with everything that you're allergic to. You know, I was itchy in all kinds of ways. Like, my eyes were itchy and my nose and throat were itchy. But some people have very severe reactions, like you can't breathe and then things like that. It's very rare, but it can happen. So I was very kind of nervous. I was like, I hope this goes well. And so after you sit there for a bit, that's that, and then you go about your day. And what they will probably do next time is ramp it up a little bit, because they need to get you to what they call a maintenance level. After all of them. Oh man, that's less smooth stone than I thought I had. So after you do a bunch of preliminary shots, I think it's 45 initial shots, then you get to this maintenance level where you just have to go in once a month and get a shot. And you do that for a couple of years, which seems like a long time. But once you do that for a couple of years, you vastly, greatly diminish your reaction to these things, and the efficacy is very high. Most people see really great results. So I'm excited, optimistic, I guess is the right word. But that's going to be a whole ordeal. The doctor said hopefully by springtime, so another 6 months, next time the big pollen thing happens, I should have a better time with it. See how it goes. Okay, you there, put you there. I don't need those. Let's go get more smooth stone. I'm not sure where I'm going to come out here. Probably on the Mushroom Island. Yep. Fine. In case I didn't say anything today, I'm probably going to stream for a total of about an hour and a half. Got some things I need to get done today before I go back to work tomorrow, so yeah, we'll hopefully get a bunch of stuff done. Thank you, yes. I'm fingers crossed, you know, with the shots thing. You know, it's not, thankfully, like a life-threatening thing, you know, like chemotherapy or dialysis or, you know, different things like that. It is mostly just a quality of life thing I've wrestled with. Does that look different? I remember the black outline around the glass. Maybe I'm just forgetting or imagining things. Is what it is. Where am I going? I'm gonna go for base. Go to Gold Base here. The whole not for any particular reason, but the whole allergy shot thing, it feels very adulty, you know, like finally I'm taking care of those things that I've let slide for so long or something. I don't know. I'm getting to the age where when I go to a doctor's appointment, they talk to me about cholesterol and blood pressure and things like that, and it's weird. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, exist and you know that people do, but it's weird, the getting old part, because you don't feel it, of course, you know, you just feel like yourself. Time just keeps marching on and sneaks up on you. Okay, we got a tiny bit here. Plenty of regular stone, so let's smelt some stuff. Let's see, I forgot how my old smelter works. I think it goes in here. Yes, and then I should have labeled that. The fuel should go in here. Have any coal? I do have some coal. Oops. The worst with that, keeping something in my offhand and just wasting them. The torches and the rockets and everything. Silk touch, no. Stone grinder, yes. One thing that's been really fun with the new series, the new Empire series, is just approaching the game in a very different way. So like here I have my Fortune 3 pick and I've got my Silk Touch pick. I'll probably do that in the new series as well, but we've had such low access to things, you know, just because mostly been relying on villagers. Okay, so they went in there, so fuel goes... Oh, nope. Yeah, strong. Did I do this right? I'm gonna have to run downstairs and find out. But yeah, the Empire series, just approaching the game in a different way has been very refreshing. Okay, so what's happening here? This is... I think I did it backwards. Right? Fuel's gonna go on the side, the item needs to go on the top. Yeah, let's fix that. Boop, 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 boop. Goes in the side. Then items go on the top. On here. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Minecraft Live, I'm going to talk about it more in the next Empire episode. I did a lot of talking about it in there, so I won't repeat myself too much. But... out there, you? Oh, this is awful. What is happening here? No. I messed up. Blaze rods in there, blaze rods in there. Okay, so we're doing okay on fuel. Anyway, I was gonna say, yes, I'm gonna talk at length about Minecraft Live in the next Empire episode, so I won't repeat myself too much here. But since I've started editing that episode, had a few new revelations. Man, I really messed this up. I went into Chunk Base, you know, the website where you can kind of look things up, and I looked up my Empire world. And the closest Pale Garden, as it stands right now, is a few thousand blocks away, like almost 2,500 blocks away. And so I just did some random seeds and then went into Chuck Base. And the Pale Gardens, again, at least as far as the snapshots go right now, are super rare. They're about as rare, I would say, as like Woodland Mansions. Like, they are few and far between. When you kind of highlight the biomes in Chunk Base, just every few thousand blocks you see this little dot of black, or this little splash of black, and that's the Pale Gardens. And I was just like, wow, they are going to be super hard to find. And I was really kind of bummed initially that's like, oh, I gotta go so far. But if they were more common, then it wouldn't be as special, because it's supposed to be kind of a weird anomaly. It's not supposed to be like a desert or a birch forest. It's supposed to be a weird, broken part of the world, so it makes sense to me. But I was a little bit surprised initially. How we doing? Getting there. Okay. I have any signs laying around? Ew. What did we learn? This is fuel and this is items? True? Should be good. Test it. Yep, okay, we did good. You guys all empty. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Had some other thoughts about the Pale Garden as well. I feel like there's so much more they could do with the biome, because right now it's white wood, weird mob, and weird sky, you know? Like, that's kind of the whole thing. But it'd be nice if there was a new building or just something else to kind of add more lore to it. It feels like this weird sci-fi corrupted part of your world that doesn't have a lot of explanation or, you know, like lore, I guess, for better lack of a better word. Where would I keep glowing? Add some. Or there's some. Way longer than I would. Pixar. I did release a opinion video about the new snapshot. It's a good watch. I go over all of the announcements that they included in the snapshot and then my opinions about what I like and what I don't. Pretty comprehensive and kind of goes into some stuff. So if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend that. I'm excited to see how this development cycle goes because they're approaching things very differently. And it is the first snapshot, so, you know, things do change. And I'm curious if it will change that much, because they're calling it the winter drop, so that means we're only 3-4 months away from it being live. So I don't know, we'll see what they do with that. It'll be cool to see how that unfolds. I have more diorite. Oh yeah, tons of diorite. Let's grab a little bit more of that in case. I think I grabbed all of the full sand that I had. I think I've got magma blocks over there. Pretty sure. Grab a few just in case. Here they're clicking, here they come. Great. Fantastic. song that's playing. It's one of my later Minecraft music collections, and it's called Halloween. It's very season appropriate. Yesterday, I went to a Curiosities and Oddities Expo. So it was like at a convention center, lots and lots of vendors, just lots of weird stuff. Lots of taxidermied animals, lots of witchy and spooky stuff, lots of art. It was very fun. I spent a bunch of time just wandering around and checking stuff out. The crowd, of course, was also equally entertaining. Lots of spooky folks. I just had a really nice time there, so that was very fun, very cool. I didn't buy anything too crazy. I'm not a big, well, I think the preserved or taxidermied animals are fascinating. It's a slippery slope. Once you start going down that road, it's like, when do you stop buying these things and where do you put them and how do you move them and things like that? So not something I've ever gotten into. I bought a couple shirts, this among them, which is just kind of a spooky shirt. And then I bought some soap. I do like fancy soap, and there was a person there, a couple who made handmade soap, and it smelled really great, and all natural stuff and everything, so pretty cool. I'm a fan of fancy soap. So yeah, that's all that I bought. Didn't buy any taxidermied raccoons or there was one vendor that just had all kinds of stuff. They even had a taxidermied giraffe head, like just from shoulders up. Gigantic. Really cool and impressive to see in person. But where are you gonna put that? Yeah, I do like Halloween time. I think it's very fun. Okay, I think... Nope, not done yet. Still cooking. Thought I heard the big click that said done. There we go. We got it. Okay, let's grab all this. Let's head back to the end and get some stuff done. I don't have any kids of my own, so I don't go trick-or-treating or anything like that. Sometimes I go to Halloween parties, or there was one year I worked at some haunted houses, and that was a very fun and cool experience, getting to see a little bit of how the sausage is made. You get to see it with the lights on so that you understand where the guests are going to be kind of wandering and where you can kind of hide, and there's secret doors so the people who are managing it can kind of move across it very quickly. It was very fun. There was one year I was in a haunt and attraction, and I was kind of done up like a rat man. I was wearing a lab gown, or a medical gown, and then they did some prosthetics where it looked like my mouth was higher up on my face and I had a little rat nose, and I was in a cage in this laboratory section, and they were real bars except for two of them were just rubber. And so what would happen is people would come in and they would see you, and then something behind them would scare them, and when they turned around you could slip out through the bars, and all of a sudden this mutant rat guy was right there in your face, and it was very fun. A cool experience. And then there was another time I was in this kind of foresty, planty kind of, it looked like you were in a garden, and there was, these big Venus flytrap kind of trees and things like that. And I looked like I was part of a tree, I was all green and brown and mossy, and I was kind of up above people, so I could kind of look down on them and scare them. And it was very, very fun, very cool. Where were we? We were down here in blue. Make our way up red, and then we'll go over and finish up that one. Forgot we were not only going up to the surface, but we got to go all the way up to the portal. Whoa, this one is a little sketchy. Okay, we're gonna do this one first. That's where our block will be to make the elevator happen. We need a couple here to complete our elevator shaft. Once we get all these built, we will of course have to fill them up with water, do the help trick to get them to turn into water source blocks, and then put either magma or soul sand at the bottom. Where am I going? Am I up too high? Nope, it's right above me. Okay. Just so we don't get too many Endermen up here. Yeah, they're gonna be all elevators. So then once we have the water elevators, we'll have kind of a little platform or box up here. It'll look like this, sort of. And that way we'll be able to get to these three portals here. And then that elevator, whoops, will get us up there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let's run back across. Other side and finish this one. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Do 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 do. One thing you might notice, or may have noticed, is here we're running directly into this scaffolding of netherrack that I've made, whereas over on the other side, we were one block off. And it's because it turns out the portals are not directly aligned. They're one block off from each other. It's so frustrating, so silly. Oop, almost looked that guy right in the face. Okay, so we will have a way over there, we'll have a way over there, and we'll have a way here. Great. It's 2 sets, right? See one, did I did both of them, didn't I? Didn't I? No, I didn't, because I'm all confused. Only did the one on that side, so let's do the other one. Chicken. Okay, that's right. This is the one that's a little bit more precarious. Kind of out over the edge here. See. Okay, so we got this one installed. That's going to be our block of whatever. Yep. Elevator like that. Oops. Two. Oh my gosh, this is third. Oh, we are just tearing through this smooth stone. Okay. It'll be really cool when it's done. Alright, can I get into shulker box without dropping it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, see, this one is one off. It's just so weird. So this is in line with the portal. This is in line with the portal, just like on the other side. But if you count from the center a certain number of blocks, and we repeat that pattern in the tunnel, we have one block off here. So weird. So peculiar. 1, 8. Oops. Okay, that's fantastic. So we have 2 elevators here, 2 elevators there. Took forever. We'll have 2 there, 2 there. It's gonna be, I don't remember how this is gonna go. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a hallway here that'll go up to 2 of them. So on the corners, they will only have access to 2 portals. Bunch of elevators. Bunch of elevators. Rocket. Okay, we have elevators at the end of red, and we have elevators at the end of blue. And so we could also do elevators at the end of yellow and purple, and that would accomplish that. Yellow and purple also are going to have hallways going across them that will have elevators at the end, but we haven't even built those tunnels yet, so that'll be a whole different thing. So let me take a quick break, go grab something to drink, and be right back, and we'll see if we can get those 2 tunnels, or not tunnels, 2 pairs of elevators installed. So I will be right back. Okay, all right. Let's run down to purple all and install those. So I talked a little bit about the Empire Let's Play. I talked a little bit about wrapping up this world. Got some other ideas for the channel that I've been thinking about. One of those, oops, I'm so bad at that. So weird. I have a video that I made years ago that's one of my top performing videos. It gets views every single week, and it's my video that I made about water and how water works in Minecraft. I also made one about how lava works, and it gets a lot of attention as well, even though it's an old video that I made. And so I was thinking about doing more of those, more diving into the mechanics of, you know, how does this work in Minecraft? And there's a lot of different things that we could look at, I think. Different mobs that are kind of unusual and interesting. Different blocks that are kind of unusual and interesting. And I could do a video about slime. How does it work? Do a video about gravity. What is gravity in Minecraft? You know, different things like that. I've been brainstorming and trying to figure out like what would people be interested in or what would be useful. So if you come up with any ideas, definitely let me know. I haven't started yet on that series or trying to make a video yet, but it's definitely something I think that would be worthwhile. And another thought I had was, you know, we have this Legacy Let's Play world that is massive, gigantic, full of builds. And I might do like a build idea series, you know, just a few videos about if you don't know what to do today in Minecraft, here's some ideas. Because there's so many things that we have built in this world that could be inspiring for other people. Those are the things I've been thinking about there. Got one other thing that's kind of cooking right now. I get asked every once in a while to join SMPs and stuff like that, and I just haven't had the time to do it. An SMP is a pretty big investment, and it's hard for me to do more than one, you know, Let's Play kind of series. But I got an invitation to take part in kind of a limited thing. Just a couple of videos is all I would make. And it's something that's being kind of passed from creator to creator. And so I agreed to do that. And so this month I'm going to work on a couple of videos for this new little project. Something I've never done before collaboratively, or the project itself is also very unusual. I don't want to spoil too much, but those will probably come out in November. Oh, and yeah, I think they're going to be fun. Okay, we did it. So those are the purple elevators, and bonk. I don't think I have enough left to do the... Nope. Yellow ones. See how it goes. Weird, I dug up, but I dug up in the wrong spot. I need to dig up here. Okay. Oops, did it again. Okay, we have 60 blocks left. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do both elevators here, am I? Though I've been playing this game for years, I am so bad at estimating how many blocks I'm gonna need for something. Yep, not even one completely. So each one of these takes a little bit more than a stack. Good to know, I guess. Okay, we got those, got those, got those. It's looking good. You know, like once we have these things on top of it, it's gonna be a really neat looking end, I think. Definitely happy with how it's going. It looks very spacey to me. Okay, so now what? Let's throw these away. Now, I kind of want to put water in them, but we really should get more stone. That would be the smart-ish thing to do. I don't think I set my spawn when I was there. I did not. So, we're going to run back to the base. And we'll make some more smooth stone. Eddie, hello. I didn't notice you pop in there. Snuck in on me. Nice to see ya. We've just been working in the end and installing some of the elevator shafts for our end project. And we're gonna go make some more smooth stone. All right, we had a lot of stone over at this base, so we're gonna run back over there. Yeah, I'm about halfway through the stream right now. I'll probably do another, what is it, 3 o'clock? Yeah, probably another half hour ish, and then we'll call it at that point. So we should be able to get some more stuff done here. Okay, grab some more stone. Shoot. So let's say that would be 2 elevators. Should probably just smelt it all. Which series do I prefer? See, that's such a great question. I really like this world, but I'm having a lot more fun in the Empire series right now. This world is pretty done, you know? Not a lot more to do here as far as projects and things like that. I mean, you could always find something new. You could, you know, tackle every trial chamber or whatever, but I feel like we've kind of done it. With the pale oak, we'll probably want to add another tree to our arboretum over here, little things like that. But I think this world I'm mostly just going to use for build idea videos and things like that, and Empire is really the one I prefer right now. Having a lot of fun in that world. It's very new and just getting started, and I think it's going to be a cool series. I was doing some editing on it the other day, and I'm working on episode 17. I can't believe we've almost got 20 episodes of that series already. Feels like we just started. It's so weird. All right, that's happening. Some more smooth stone and see if we can finish up those elevator shafts. Zombie over there burning to death. So yeah, I'm curious, which series do you prefer? Do you like the old Legacy one, where it's like really well developed, or do you like the more scrappy and new Empire series? It's interesting, you can't see smoke through glass. Right there is our lighthouse, and if we look at it open air, you can clearly see there's smoke coming off of it and a little fire there. But if we look through the window, smoke. Very weird. I never noticed that before. How are we doing? Did I turn it on or did I turn it off? It's on. I'm just being impatient. Look at all this stuff. That's one thing I don't have in the Empire series, is just stuff laying around. Extra anvils, extra iron doors, it's just crazy. Tons of leather just hanging around, tons of honeycomb just laying around. Yeah, in the Empire series, I'm struggling to come up with stuff sometimes. Look at all that. Look at all that stuff. Same thing over here. I mean, I have a whole barrel just for seeds. Pretty funny. All right, that is starting to come through. Down in this little pond right in front of our base, there is a white axolotl, and if you nudge him or if you pick him up in a bucket and send him back down, he'll start swimming around. But if you leave and you come back, he like peters out, just starts sitting there. It's very weird. All right, how are we doing? Getting there? Slowly getting there. Theme park, yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be interesting for sure. I did a carnival when I was playing on the Mindful SMP. You can look up those videos on my channel, and because it was a carnival, there was a bunch of games, and I was playing, with other people, so there was games that people could play besides just rides. The rides I did in the carnival were, let's see if I remember. I did a roller coaster. I did a parkour where like there was a little tower that you would kind of hop up around. That was pretty cool. I did a maze. It was a maze that changed 3 different times. So the first part was just a traditional kind of maze, and then the next part was glass, and the third part was fence gates under carpet, so you couldn't see the maze. You had to kind of feel your way through it. And then there was a ride that was just a water elevator to the build limit, and there was a villager up there you could trade with, and then you could jump off and you would fall all the way down to bedrock. And so you would get 2 achievements if you went on this ride. You'd get the Star Trader, and then you'd get the Caves and Cliffs, jumping from build height all the way to ground zero. Yeah, Eddie, you're right. I am definitely playing in a different way, and that's what I like about it too, is it's not just a repeat, it's something different. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, is once you've been playing for 4 years in a world, there is a lot of history, and it's fun to go back and, look at something. I remember when I first built this villager trading hall, and it seemed at the time like such a big build. It was super tall, and getting the villagers in there was such a hassle, but I was so much newer to video making and that kind of thing, and it just seemed overwhelming. And then, of course, we later get into this kind of stuff, which makes this look itty-bitty. But yeah, I can kind of remember trying to figure out how is this going to work and how am I going to fit this in. Yeah, some of it I'm really proud of. Some of it is definitely, like, I'm not very happy with the honey farm or the bee farm. Learned a lot from that. And if I ever did another one of those, it would be very different. But it's pretty cool. Pretty fun. I've never played Planet Coaster. I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's super fun. Kind of similar, but not exactly the same. But yeah, that is a fun game. Okay, let's pick some of this stuff up. I make myself little post-it notes and things with like ideas and what do I want to work on, what do I want to talk about, things like that. And the Empire series definitely got some ideas, got some things I want to do. I think it's gonna be super fun. I hear a pigman. Hello, pigman. I get comments about the mods and the resource packs I use. So the animations here are one that's called Fresh Animations. You can get it on CurseForge or Modrinth, I think. And it has you download a data pack and then a resource pack. And then the mobs are much, much more animated. I mean, even the little snout and everything and the lumbering walk. I think it's pretty cool. It takes them a while whenever there's an update to get it updated. So sometimes, you know, if you have to revert, it's very stark. All of a sudden they feel very dull. But yeah, that's that. Somebody asked me on one of my videos about it, and I tried to reply to them, and I put a link and everything to the download, and for some reason, I think because there was a link in the message, it like hid it, or they couldn't get at it, so they thought I was ignoring them, and it was a bummer. But anyway, Eddie, nice to see you pop in, and yeah, feel free to pop in anytime you want. Okay, we've got our stone. Should I set a spawn? You know what? I'm going to tempt fate and not. Because I know ultimately I'm going to need to get back to that Mushroom Island. It's way out there. Okay, once we get those other elevators installed, the next step will be the water part. And then we need to build the platforms up on top of the elevators so that we don't have Endermen up there. It's going to be a big project. Okay, where were we? We did these two. Yeah, I can't, until I get the hallway in here and here, I can't do the elevators because I can't tell exactly where they're going to land. One, was it the yellow one where we didn't have enough? Yes, okay. Okay. Where our block will be. Whoa. How did I even do that? It's so weird. Do. Hooray, we did it. Oh yeah, and I need to pop these ones off here. Fantastic. Okay, so now we have, whoops, sword, there we go. These two installed, we've got those two installed, we've got the two on the opposite side that we just can't see, and those two installed. The only elevators we're missing are the corners. These two will be serviced by these elevators. Two we can't see over there will be serviced by elevators. These two over here. And then this was our original one that we built up to, so we will modify these so that we can get to both of these portals. Be great. So, what's next? Next, I think probably put some water in these, maybe? I'm not sure that I need to do that yet. There's no platform really to get to. Yeah, what order do we want to do things in? Let's see, where's my... Leave my shulker box back at the base. Does it sit here? That's it. Okay. Derp. Those in there. Left this open because we'll need water. Did that. This end down here. I'll probably seal this one up once I tear all this stuff out, so let's do that real quick. The reason, in case I never mentioned it, so this is where we spawn into the end. The reason I jogged over and then went down is to avoid the obsidian pillars that went through the middle of the island. Didn't want to have to dig through all those. But now, as we're building this network, went right through them, removed a whole bunch of it. That. Okay, and then I'm going to put some torches down because the torches seem to keep Endermen away. Stone, I think I do. Oh, feels good to have that done. Plain compared to this side. Suppose we could put some fake windows in, you know, or something just to give some symmetry. I guess we don't have to decide that right now. Not the end of the world, it's no big deal. What am I doing? Boots are tore up. Pick is tore up. We fix those. Enderman farm I've never really addressed it before. But it's weirdly inefficient. Like, I will hit a bunch of the Endermen and then they'll just stop for a while. I'm not sure what they're doing up above. I've done this farm before where they just like keep pouring down. I must have messed something up at the very top where they just don't replenish as fast. Like right now, where are the rest of them? Oh, here they come. Like, why did they stop? What was the pause? What was the... I just don't know. The new XP farm seems to be the silverfish farm. You can do with the new potion, the infested potion. Basically, a lay have kind of built-in regeneration, so they can take damage without dying. And then the infested potion, whenever you take damage, it makes silverfish, and then you just hit the silverfish and you get tons of XP. Not built one yet, but that seems to be the new super XP farm. Okay, pick is healed. Boots are healed. Everything else is doing okay. One of these was missing a floor. Was it the yellow one? Was. Okay. Lights instead of windows, maybe? Or, like here we did a light behind a window, because that way we don't get that connecting texture in the middle, because there's a little bit of air here. We could do something like this, and that would actually kind of mirror the same design language. So we'd still have the windows on each side, but we might have light instead of space. That might be a good fix. Let's see. So disorganized over here. Oh, gray, so we'll put gray with gray. Soul sand. Oh, end rods. Iron. 8. I see magma anywhere. Nope. There's some. Okay, so I do have some over here. No big deal. Iron doors in here, because that sort of makes sense. Oh, slabs. So we're going to put slabs in here. Sort of makes sense. Scaffolding. Scaffolding. Okay. Clear windows. Glass. Glass. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boink. Purple. Have some end stone just in case we need to decorate a little bit. This window is too tall, so we have a... What is going on here? And it's centered. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four. Did I do that? That's so weird. Do I like the windows going all the way to the side, or do I like the break? Everything else has the break. So weird. Why did I do that? Yeah. That was weird. I thought I was losing my mind for a second there. Okay, 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Fantastic. And then let's do a little bit of stone. So, like so. Okay. And then let's put blocks here so I can... Actually, let's do just a wall of blocks here so that they're all facing the same direction. Cozy torch. Feels much more symmetrical. I like that we can sort of see the end stone because we can see the end stone out there as well, so it feels kind of connected. Got the light. Also feels like these. Yep, I think that's the answer. Cool, that looks great. Okay, so we got elevators installed, minus water. The next thing we'll do over here is these auxiliary tunnels that cross over the purple and the yellow halls here. This one should be pretty straightforward. This one might be a little more precarious. And then these, like I was mentioning, service 2 portals. So I have to figure out, where do we want the elevator to be? I'm imagining it will probably be where the, these two intersect. So, somewhere here. But we'll figure that out as we get out there. Once we get all that done, then I think we'll put water in them so we can get to the tops. And then we'll do the tops where the little platforms will be. Still need to do the central area here, and I'm curious, once we lift this up a little bit, will we get a ton of Endermen in here? I think I want it to be taller than, you know, this. We might get Endermen. We'll see. All right. I feel pretty good about that. So the next Legacy Let's Play episode, we'll do some of the amusement park stuff. And again, we'll just save this end work here for the streams. I think it makes for good content, and it's easy to talk over this sort of work. But yeah, only thing that I think is going to mess up any sort of streams in the future is, like I was mentioning, these allergy shots. I have to do them on a day off, obviously, and so they eat into my schedule a little bit. So if there's things I can't get done on one day, I got to get them done today. And so the stream might be impacted by that a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It might not be a big deal at all, but it'll ultimately be good. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Lots of cool things on the horizon. Lots of fun stuff in this world and the Empire world. Got this new update on the snapshots, and that's very exciting. So just lots of cool stuff to talk about. So thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out with me. And keep an eye out for the new videos. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.